It's me again, Big Earl. You know, we sit back and we think about a lot of things in the past, also in our future. You know, Thanksgiving just left us, and a lot of folks left us as well. Now we think about Christmas, because Christmas brings a time of celebration together and family as well. You know, when you have a friend, it's like family. You invite them over for dinner, the football games and everything else. But when you have someone that you think you have a friend, and not really your friend, then you start thinking, is that my friend? How am I associated with that? By work or just by play? Because a good friend is not going to stab you in your back, number one. A good friend is going to be there right beside you through thick and thin. Whether it's church, gang, related, whatever. A friend is a friend. And a foe is a foe. An enemy is a person that you never can count on. Smile in your face, still stab in your back. We have a problem with that. As men, we don't like to stand up to our own forgiveness. It's kind of hard for us to say, I'm sorry. But sometimes you have to buckle down. Use the female side of yours and say, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. It might last longer. The relationship, the friendship, or whatever. But when we get thick-headed, think about the government, think about the jobs. Why? Jobs will always be there. Whether you get it or not, it's going to be there. The government is going to be there. They're politicians. So whether you like what they're doing or who's going to get in the office, doesn't matter. Did you pay for them? If you didn't pay for them or pray, or put them in there, then they're going to be there. It's like religions. Everybody has one. You just figure out which one you want to serve, which one you believe in you. I never tell a person that they can't believe in Buddhism, Islam, Christianity. That's your life. That's the road you travel. But a lot of times we forget about things. We forget about when we have children and we try to steal in them our lives. Doesn't always work, does it? In that case, everybody will be doing the same thing you're doing right now and not what they want to do. We dream that, oh yeah, my children are going to walk in my footsteps. Not so. You can ask a whole lot of people. I don't have to name any of them. But they're professionals. And some of them are not. And for those who follow behind their father's, mother's footsteps for being professional sports or acting, that's fine. But don't get it twisted that you trying to live their life in your sight. And that's what happened to a lot of us. We believe we're doing what's right, but yet we're trying to live our children's lives through them. I hate to tell you, you're going to be disappointed. You will be disappointed. Kids have their own lives. And a lot of times, when you try to make them do something, it's not going to work. Or it may work for while they're in front of you, but when they're behind you, that's a whole different ballgame. That's like if a stop sign says 65 and you driving 75, don't get mad at the policeman. You drove. So if you went and got drunk, got pregnant, or whatever, don't get mad at your parents. You did it. And be a man to stand up for your cause, because it's your cause. Or be a female woman, stand up for your cause. Because it takes two to tango. One can't do it without the other. Excuse my friend. He got me choked up on that. Living in the here and now and living in the then. Everybody wants to be a hero, but nobody wants to sacrifice. Everybody wants to be a millionaire, but nobody wants to go out and make the money to get a millionaire. Sometimes you have to take your own choice. If you weren't born to be a millionaire, you're not going to be a millionaire. It's not going to happen. Sky's the limit, that's a lie. Sky's not the limit. There are some things, I don't care who you are, I don't care how much money you got, you still cannot do it. You still cannot go where you want to go. Okay? So let's make sure you understand that when people say, well, sky's the limit, to whom? To you? You know, we were all created, some say equal, some say it's not. In my opinion, I think we're all created equal. It all depends on what people decide to do with our equalness. Every family has a dud. So what does that mean? That dud is a dud whether he's going to do something or not. He sit around the house, or he may not go to work, go to college, whatever. He's a dud. Female, the same thing. Every family has one. It all depends on how the parents respond to that dud, or try to make them understand that there's life after doing nothing. If you don't do that, it's gonna stick with you. You'll be a dud, she'll be a dud, and you have two duds, and you have two nothings. So when you take time this Christmas, remember the people who got you where you are. Could have been your parent, could have been yourself. There doesn't be nobody else. You take it upon yourself to move in the right direction. So, but be thankful that you can say thanks to someone else. And don't be a friend that say you're a friend, but be a hindrance to your friend. Because a lot of y'all, I will admit it, you're not friends. You might be churchgoers or whatever, but you're not friends. Okay? I've known people that have not even been in the church, been more than a brother to me, and people who sit back and talking about, thank you, brother. Thank you for the plate. Thank you for the service. It's a big time joke. Okay? But as an individual, you have to make a decision to figure out who's joking, why they're joking, when they're joking, and why are they joking. In other words, who's your friend, who's your foe, and who's just someone that you know. We have a lot of people that we know, but how many can really say they're your friends? I have a lot of people say, I'm going to be there for you, but you call them and you can't reach them 20 years later. Wow. Does money go around? Yeah, money goes around. Can money buy everything? No, it can buy a whole lot of things, but it cannot buy everything. And believe you, it cannot buy you happiness if you think that's what it does. It'll buy you some things for happening for a period minute of a time, but it's not going to keep you happy. In that case, all the people jumping off bridges and everything would be still alive today. If money was the rule, as the good book say, rule of evil. Nah, it's what you doing with it makes it evil. It ain't evil. Pretend you have some money and don't have any. What do you do with it? You don't have it, so you can't do nothing with it. But once again, be thankful. If you have parents, be thankful to them. Let them know every now and then. Give them a call. Write them a letter. You know, the post office is still there. The phone may not be there, but the post office can still drop off a letter, and you can send it to your friend, your mom, your brother, your uncle, your sister, your cousin, your best friend. Everybody said they got a best friend. Who's your best friend? If you didn't talk to your best friend in a year, then that's not your friend. If they grew up with you and you still didn't talk to them, they're your best friend, and you didn't call them, they're not your friend. In America, we believe in ourselves and don't think about others. Wow. Sometimes you have to think about somebody else before you think about yourself, because guess what? When you're not around, you're just not around. As the thing say, when you cry alone? Nah. Somebody crying with you. When you pray alone? Nah. Somebody's praying with you. When you think alone? Nah. Somebody's thinking the same thing I'm thinking, just not afraid to say it. Or do it. Don't matter which one. Sometimes I hate to get on my pyramid to talk a long time, but I've been trying to get a message to most people who believe that there's only one way to get a true answer. Not true. Anybody can give you a true answer. It's you, as the individual, want to believe it's true or not. So it doesn't matter where it's come from, but sometimes you, whether you're racist or what, but it's you thinking, oh, he didn't say it right, or she didn't say it right, or she spoke wrong. Mm-hmm. Not so. It is the thought that causes a person to think. It is the time you use to make you think. If you're working like a dog or cat, you don't have time to think. But if you sit down and think about what's going on, then things start to moving. Every day is not a holiday, it's a work day. But a work day can be a holiday if you're having fun doing it. Me, I'm having fun. I still have a dream to coach one day, but that's life. If I don't coach somebody else, I'll coach my grandchildren. Ha! And that'll be a glory thing, run behind them. So, but we all believe in a mystery. We all have a desire. We all have a dream. What's your dream? We all have an ability to do something if we want to do it. You don't have to need a leader, but there are two ways.